Now I'm in the mood to fight an epic battle with horse archers. And let's get to it. It is called the Battle of Nedao, fought in 454 AD. Alright, it's giving me an option here to build some more units, so I'm going to do that. Expert armored horse archers. I got 4 lancers and fierce nomad horse archers. Let's just max that out as best as I can. And got 29 left. Oh well. Now this is the situation here. This is the Hun army. And this is me, Elak. And this is brother Dengizic. This is my brother. Now this is what's going on here, guys. We got these assholes facing us here. Arderic, the Gepid, and some Suevi cavalry, and Valamir, the Ostrogoth. Just because poor daddy got a bit drunk and permanently passed out on his wedding night, these guys suddenly, who were our allies, just think that they can just rebel against me and stop paying me tribute and all that. So, and it looks like also that they got emboldened by obviously watching a Lord of the Rings film, The Charge of the Rohirrim or something, because why do they think they would be able to face us here? I mean, we're not orcs. And it's time to teach these guys a real lesson and the penalty of rebelling against us, the greatest of all Huns. Okay, so I gave you the background here. Attila the Hun passed away, and all these former allies, a lot of them fought with him at the Battle of Chalons and also in the invasion of Italy. They rebelled against the Huns and historically won the battle. But as I just said here, I'm going to teach these guys a real lesson here and make them regret what they did. So I do think I'm outnumbered here. Let's take a look here. Well, 41. Oh my gosh. They got me outnumbered 2-1. Well, the Huns were very fierce, and they did conquer all these peoples, but I guess now, with the leadership gone, with Attila gone, they felt bold enough to get rid of the Huns. And yes, they got the numbers. So, what is the strategy here? This is very bothersome in the swamp here. They got all these small Gepid archers and small things. I just have like small horse archers here. I can probably deal with that. But see, I have a lot less skirmishers than they do. They can overpower me if they want to. Ooh. And then all these lancers here, they just completely outnumber me. They got more skirmishers here, but they have infantry. Now, the infantry is not a threat. They're slow. My plan is I have to basically, and I don't have any maneuverability here. See, this is the problem. I got a big river here. I got a marsh here. I can't really maneuver, and I can't maneuver here either because, once again, there's a small river here, but there's a marsh, and my Huns, the Hunnic cavalry, is all about maneuver, so there's a wall of infantry right there. I can't break through here because there's a wall of infantry, and like I said, I want to save the infantry for last, but, oh, this is horrible. Bunch of cavalry here now. I can probably avoid him, but I do have the advantage of shooting and firing missiles, but if they charge into me, they have an advantage in melee combat. And oh, this is... I'd much rather play these guys here. Even though they would take a lot of casualties to win, they would eventually win. I would know the strategy here, but because this is favorable for them. The marshes and this terrain is very favorable for the infantry, and it just limits the Huns here. This is just horrible. They still got some Allen horse archers. That's another horse archer. I do have a few lancers here, but they're very few. I think there's only 4 units. Everything else is missile cavalry, so what do I do? See, if I could create a gap, and then I can just move around behind them and just choose my targets, but if they all come forward, this is very, very difficult. I think I watched one guy play it and he ended up losing as the Huns, but I mean, you know, not surprising. But this is bad terrain too, so what do I do? Well, I'm going to have to deal with these small missile troops here too. And I'm going to have to deal with this cavalry and just leave this infantry and this alone here. But what should I do here? But the problem is if I charge over here, then I could get tangled up, and they got infantry assisting, so move everything in this direction and hopefully just kill all these guys here. This is what I got to do. These units here, nope. They can't march forward against the infantry. I may be able to nail these small guys here, but alright, let's move these guys. I want to shoot. I want to get multiple targets. Like I want to shoot 2 or 3 guys at the same time. And I don't want to get... I didn't do that. I don't know how far they can move and get the first... I don't know. I should know, you know, when I did play the Battle of Shalon. They do have a turn here. That is nice. I'm going to start moving everything. That's what I've been doing in all my games, moving everything towards a flank and all that. But but with the horse archer and the cavalry armies, you need to be able to swing around. Like Huns versus Romans is easy because I'm able to run around in circles on the Romans because they're mostly infantry, but I'm just trapped behind 2 marshes in the river. I don't have any space to maneuver, and you don't want to go in that marsh here, that's for sure. It's very bad for cavalry. But the nice thing is I do have missiles. These are devastating horse archers and missile units, so... But I have to be careful of charges because they can engage, but if I have many of them, I can do flank charges also. I don't know how this is going to work. Dengisic. Some noble hunted cavalry. They're going to avoid this. Yeah, I don't care about the infantry at all. I'm not going to be wasting any arrows on them until after I get all the cavalry eliminated. Then I can just ride around in circles on them and just pick them off, even with low ammunition. Over here, I got plenty of guys. My lancers, shoot. I wish I had them to the right, so I'm going to be moving them right. What to do here? I mean, it's a good number of horse archers here. I mean, I can't really sell it short. But I'm going to try to move more. Yeah, I don't need anything facing the infantry. I think I can knock these guys out real easily. And Suevi cavalry. I don't know. It's just I seem to be doing this type of stuff a lot, but I just want to get a major punch and break through here, and then I can just swing around. I don't know. Other people just charge forward and hope for the best, but it's not like how I like to fight battles. I like to get local superiority. That's the whole key to war. These battles is getting. I've said it many times. Try to get local superiority. And matching the line, I don't have local superiority here. Let's move this direction. I do want to get these Lancers. If these are guys are charging forward and engaging and getting shot up, then I really would like to bring the Lancers in on the flank. And the infantry, this infantry should be able. They'll be so. Do these guys get exhausted? Like in Total War? I don't know. I'm going to keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They do have cavalry here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm going to keep 7 here to keep these guys engaged and keep the infantry distracted. But they may get slaughtered by this cavalry, but this cavalry will then be distracted in this direction. And, well, they can crush these guys and be sacrificial, I guess. I don't know. This is a difficult situation. They got, I mean, I'm outnumbered 2-1. All right, next turn. They just disappeared. Yeah, this looks like the Charge of the Rohirrim. This is what it reminds me of. And I do believe those battles like the Minas Tirith, those battles, and Helm's Deep, well, especially the Great Battle of Minas Tirith, you know, the Charge of the Rohirrim. That's very reminiscent of Attila the Hun besieging Orleans and then pulling back, and then this great battle fought. I think Tolkien probably got his inspiration from the Battle of Chalons, the Catalonian Plains. He had to have. I mean, it is as epic as that battle. Okay. That whole keep. I can get across here, yes. Yeah, but I may have to. The light units can get across. But the heavy units may not be able to. Okay, I gotta test this out. So then I can get across and then hit this one. I have to test this out here. What is it? Probably walking right into a trap here. Just curious. I'm not going to just advance like a crazy man into them. I'm just engaging these guys here, and I'm going to bring these guys over here. And once again, I'll wait for you. I just want to bring more over in this direction to get a little more flanking. A lot of cavalry for flanking maneuvers. Okay, this is all infantry here, so let's get some this way. See, I want to really hit them hard on the right. Lancers. Maybe going to go down here. Get out of the way of any of these other lancers. Because I'm going to be using these in reserve and try to attack them at the appropriate moment. Let's get ready here to do some damage. To these light units, maybe. Get these Huns. This is going to be a long battle. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go over here. Just to screen these guys. And just always get an extreme flank here so I could get maximum shot. You know, one unit at a time as it's coming out. Keep these light units occupied, and maybe if I can push through the swamp after I defeat them and, you know, cause a diversion here. This is, I play crazy, but let's see. Woo! Yep. They're going to be advancing forward, so I'll be able to hit them hard. Yeah, this infantry is not going to do anything. They're just too slow, and you can always evade them. I'm going to save them for last. Oh crap, I knew I shouldn't have advanced that far. That was a bad move, I didn't realize it. I thought they were going more the other way. Okay, one's gone. Oh shoot, that was bad, my bad. I did not consider these guys. I thought they were going to go straight line. I didn't know they were going to come. All of them going to gang up on, I'm the one that was trying to gang up on them. That could be a mistake here, what they're doing. There hasn't been much movement in this direction. Like I said, I don't want to get trapped by them. There's a whole row of them here, but let's resolve. That many of them. They did have plenty of them, but I just didn't realize there were that many. Let's move them. Let's see, what is the range? Okay, no. I have to go to, alright, let's fire. Okay, I'm getting a lot of shots on this guy. I'm getting some shots on him, yeah. I do want the spacing. I can pick them off one by one. Just keep them moving into a... I can just crush all these guys and then come in on a flank, but... Well, let's turn around and just hit that guy. I mean, this one's dead, unfortunately. I like to keep these guys behind, just in case they charge and just walk into, and I can just swarm around them like a bee. That's what I'm doing over here. Just try to lure that cavalry unit in there. Any missile unit there is, just try to destroy it. Just get one more shot on him. Once again, bring these guys over in this area. Since there's no hardly any cavalry here, cavalry is all there. And if they're charging into it, I have plenty of reserve units to completely destroy these cavalry here. I can go toe-to-toe with these guys. This will keep that occupied. And now the Lancers, they're also going to go towards the right, and I want them to break out at a critical spot. I used some Lancers very effectively at the Battle of Chalons, but if I can bring these guys, if these guys are encouraged to come down here and get trapped amongst these Huns, then I can bring my Lancers and get behind them, you know, just swing through the center and behind, hopefully past this rock here. That's what I want to use them. And these guys here on the extreme left. That's a lot of light units. I'm just going to turn and see where all these other light units are at. No, just stay there. I said stay there. You get there. Alright, we're just ready for anything that comes here. I'm just going to pick them off one by one. Okay. I'm probably going to lose This is going to be a tough one. Oh my. Don't take much to disrupt Alans, does it? A serious problem for them. They just have too many Gepid archers. That's what's kicking my butt. I'm going to start taking that cavalry down. Oh, here they come. Oh, here they come. Oh, the whole gang. All right. Charge. There we go. That's what I need, rear attacks. There we go. Just got two of them. Let's see, now I can shoot in the back. Shoot in the back again. There's going to be less shooting on these guys here. Now, let's get the hell out of there. You get the hell out. I don't know why these Hunnic units can just, you have to take 2 turns. Let's just do the concentrated fire. Well, if I get him to auto brake, he may cause something else to rout. Oh, he stood firm. Get this annoying guy away, I can do the job. Okay. Let's bring the Lancers in. I think I want to come in just at the right time with them. There's too much cavalry on this end here. Let's just bunch them up over here. Do get engaged, that's not going to be too bad, I don't think. Okay. Wow, these guys. I'm hitting them. And over here, these guys are distracting enough. And another one up here. And hopefully this fragmenting can almost go off the board or something and just hang out. Okay. Next turn. The fact that they have archers, a lot of little archers, that's a pain. Oh my God. My God, how many Gepids are there that can shoot arrows? Wow. Gotta distract them. Just gotta leave space behind my guys. This is a big mess, this battle. That's the problem, they got me squeezed. They got that. Have to be real careful so they can't just rear charge me. I would like to really hit them hard, kill their leader. I gotta be really careful here. Okay, you just keep on retreating. Auto break. Good, disrupted. Let's get a shot over in this direction. At least I'm going to be able to come and mop him up here. Now I have to be careful. firing. Just stay in that direction firing. Turn over here and fire over there into that cavalry. Disrupted, very good. Just keep that line. Fire. Into that leader. Let's over here, let's keep on flanking. Keep on flank shooting them. I think this one's very weak. I thought this one was going to collapse really soon, but obviously it didn't. Right, you just hit the cavalry. That's the trouble with what's this here, is that he can get picked off by like 3 or 4 different units. And let's bring the Lancers up to here. I'm going to charge them into that. Once these guys start breaking here, I'm going to charge the Lancers through this little gap here. That's a general ally. Okay. Let's get a shot on this guy. And I turn this one around. Mistake. Yeah, I don't think he can charge into me here. He's too weak. Let's pick off as many as I can. Turn a few of these guys this way. May have been a mistake here, but got to be real careful about these units here. Yeah. Get that leader. I'll leave this one in reserve. Alright, now, I did all this here, didn't I? Yeah. I hope to be able to push through here and get behind. And I think the Lancers are going to aid. I'm going to be able to charge these guys. And let's see, what do we do in the swamp here? got another one disrupted here. Fall back and fire. Get that one from behind now. Then after that we can move. And if anything, just keep on retreating and diverting these few units. Although there's a lot of cavalry coming from that way, but hopefully I'm going to be able to escape with my cavalry up here, break a gap, and then and make these guys, how do we say, ineffective. This is very, very difficult. And let's let him do the turn. I do have an impact here, so that means I need to bring in my lancers. Oh, these guys are such a pain. They don't have a chance of catching me. I'm just going to do a few shots here. Keep on firing at this one. This one's fragmented. Here. And this should be an auto break. Alright, let's get this guy away so he doesn't charge. Keep on shooting at this commander. Palomir is disrupted. Okay, got an auto break here. Fragmentation. And that's what I wanted. Okay, now I got a guy squeezing from behind. Okay, I routed a couple, now I got a guy behind. Now this guy's gonna have to turn. Like I said, I have to be careful how I do this. It has to be done very precisely. Okay, the leader here. Okay, disrupted unit's not going to charge effectively, so. Now can I bring a guy in here and shoot at this guy here? Another disrupted unit, so, and there is a unit over here that is engaging, but I can turn around for a flank attack. In the meantime, I have to get my squadron of lancers ready. This is a bit of a mess here, but I think my lancers need to push through here. While these guys are eliminating these light units, my lancers need to push through here, and that's going to be the breakout. Alright, let's remember this as the place where the Lancers struck, and I'm going to be ending this episode here because this is a very long battle, and I'm going to do a part 2. So until next time, thank you for watching.